Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, guys, it's Cody here with Cody Reacts with the man, the myth, the legend himself, my father, Dave, or David, whatever you guys want to call him. So he has never seen, and I personally, I haven't seen a real good video yet. I've just seen it through my friends, and he hasn't seen him at all, Israel Adesanya. I apologize, I'm terrible at saying his last name, but being in the UFC, we have a highlight video of him. We thought we'd go over it, and he just had an amazing career in kickboxing, switched over to the UFC, and he just continues to just go through his opponents. So in this video, it's just some of his best fights or moments or knockouts, and they're kind of going from the first fight all the way to kind of the end of his fights where he's at now.
Is he like 21 or something?
Yeah, he's only like, did they say he was 21 or 22?
I don't know. Young.
Yeah, he's still very young. Okay. So we'll have, like I said, there'll be more. And then we could also do the reaction to when he was just a kickboxer too, to see how he had so much, he came in already ready to fight. Like he was same thing with basketball when you see guys go overseas and then they come to the NBA and you expect them to be rookies, but they're not really rookies. They've had a taste of it.
They paid their dues.
Exactly. Without further ado, let's get into it. Ready?
Ready.
Let's go, guys.
He's 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 184 pounds, fighting out of Auckland, New Zealand.
I love how he goes into the octagon all the time.
The interim UFC middleweight champion, he is.
I get that one now, like a dog peeing. It's his property. He even flipped to the next page.
Forgotten man in this equation somewhat. Razor Rob Wilkinson.
He lets his momentum.
That is insane.
He lets the other guy's momentum continue.
And then he flipped him. That was perfect. He was on the bottom one straight to the top. Those knees, I tell you, those hurt. Oh, you can hear that. Look at his face.
With the strikes, that hurt him.
See, he's just like,
Adesanya to the knee, now back to the hands. Wilkinson exhausted, attempted 16 takedowns.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to kill him, though. You heard somebody else fight back,
Well, that's probably the refs saying fight back or stop it.
Okay. So see, he just said right here, the announcer said this is his first UFC fight. So, first fight.
Does the hype train continue tonight?
I like how he doesn't just stares at him. I know it's all tactics, but he can back it up.
Her team gets us started.
The third or fourth punch.
High kick, spinning kick, Tavares.
I tell you, you watch nothing but Anderson Silva growing up.
Body kick. Nice. Tavares. I think he did. Now Tavares down on the mat.
And his reach too, even if you take him to the ground, you don't want to do that either. He's almost better on the ground. Ooh, that over the hand. Do you notice he can switch his fire?
Head kick up top.
See, now he already switched.
Residual look at that elbow. Beautiful stuff.
Derek Brunson, number 6 in the world, taking on the 9th ranked Israel.
Still just a kid. Still just a kid.
I mean, that's really
UFC Hall of Famer
Anderson Silva. This was his role model, so guy, great fighter. Especially in his prime. I used to watch nothing but Anderson's fight with Silva.
And you can tell he's a different level than the last guy. And see, that would have put the other guy down.
See how they're both in each other's face? Like, he knows. See, he smiles. I know. You're doing good. I love it though. Look at, they made it all the way. Look. All I want to say is one thing about that fight. I love because you could see in the cage too, as they're both punching the crap out of each other, the mutual respect. Because he was doing the head thing just like Israel started to do when he came in the UFC, which was Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
And even if you go ask him, and I watched the press conference of the weigh-ins of that fight.
Right.
Him and Anderson Silva weren't like, no, they're just like, oh, it's all like they're hugging and like he didn't want that fight. Remember, the guy dropped out because of an injury, and Anderson Silva said, "I'd take it," and Israel said, "This is not my ideal fight. This is not what I'm fighting my hero growing up." So it was cool to see the mutual respect, and at the end
Silva
there,
knew that he was kind of passing the torch to a new generation.
exactly, and you could say that's pretty much what he said. He
Yeah.
said, "I know this guy's the future,
Yeah.
so I'll take the fight,"
Right.
and he was just like, "Oh." So I like seeing the mutual respect. That's
Yeah.
cool to see. This guy's a lot bigger.
Fighting for a piece of UFC gold for the first time in their respective careers.
Right.
That elbow connected so hard, like those elbows and knees, man. And when you're skinny, think about it. They're like razor blades cut your face.
Everything's skimming him instead of landing straight on.
He definitely got
I
reach
could
on
hear.
this guy.
I could hear that.
The bonus checks ready.
This guy
Oh,
can't. He
did
can't
you
get
see
inside.
that? Did you see him hit him in the ear? Yo, it's got to be ringing.
Final round.
He just can't get inside. The other guy, Israel's reach is too much. Every time he makes a move, boom, boom. Yeah.
Oh, he just went. He fell straight on his butt, man.
But he keeps getting up. He keeps staggering it.
Israel almost looks upset. that
Boom.
he-
He goes down again, but he ain't getting up. It's a tough guy.
Oh,
right
it's the
there.
last round. It's 15 seconds left.
And he's not gonna. I'm gonna get
Oh
up.
my God! Is he?
Wow.
He makes it to the bell, doesn't he?
He didn't even care if he hit Israel. He was swinging.
He just wanted.
This is a moment. Like
I feel on the last one, he just wanted to say, "I made it all 5 rounds," because he didn't. I mean, I'm sure someone said you got 10 seconds, and then he blacked out after that
Well-
and said, "Hey, as long as I don't tap, I'm not a."
And either that guy is real tough and can take a punch, or it makes me question a little bit Israel's punching ability, although we've seen him knock guys out.
Yeah.
This is just one guy that happened to, man, he hit him with a crowbar. Looks like he'd still get up.
Yeah, so that was a good fight,
Yeah.
and then this guy should be better. We'll see
We'll
how that
see.
plays out.
this is what dreams are made of, you know? You're there with a guy that wants to take some dreams. It's the best feeling in all the world.
Ouch.
Did he just get him in the back ear?
That's the end of the round.
Is that the end of the round?
That right hook counter's landing.
See, you see him stood up. He wasn't okay.
No, he's looking. He knows that first coming.
You know, he's not going to force the finish.
He's afraid of it.
See, he goes to the body, so he drops his hands. That opens it up. That's it. That's it.
And all the energy he still has.
Declaring the winner by knockout. And now, the
Well, when you don't get hit, you got energy.
I mean, look, he's in every fight. It looks like he never got hit. Look at the guy next to him. Well, I'll stop it there because I think they're just showing all the wins. But what do you think so far? In my own opinion, I'll just say it right now. This guy's my favorite UFC fighter of all time right now.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
a
say it.
pretty big statement, son. But time will tell. Again, he's got the speed, the agility. The younger guys seem to do that more than, like Chuck Liddell, the first guy that I really saw, and the way some of those guys fought.
They were more pound for pound, like just standing up straight. You know
Well,
what I mean?
and they could take a punch and give a punch, and they weren't so much finesse and stuff like that. But, this Israel young man, we'll see how he ends up doing. I want to see him hit more. I want to see more power out of his hands because he dropped a couple of guys that were looking for the canvas in a hurry. But then that one guy was a bull that just would not go down. But
I know.
time will tell. But right now, yeah, he's pretty good.
And we'll look that up because, we don't know. Maybe he was just same thing like we kind of said before. Maybe Again, maybe it was just pure luck. He was maybe only getting sides and not full-on hits on him. But again, at the end of that thing, if you saw the last 20, 25 seconds of that round, the guy had no idea where he was.
No, he didn't know anything.
So, of course, he won decision, but you could see he was frustrated with 10 seconds of saying, like, I could finish this guy if I had an extra 30 seconds.
And I think that the courage of that guy maybe came out to the ref and to Israel. The ref was saying, you know what, 10, 15 seconds, let's let him go. Let's let him finish.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, all these fights, all I got to say is probably my favorite. I'm going to ask you guys, who is your favorite UFC fighter? Put it down below if you like. We'd love to do a reaction to it. And I think our next reaction we should do maybe is one of these days do Israel when he was in the kickboxing league, because he's on a different level there too, because now you get to see more of his hands and stuff, because you can't take people to the ground and you can't do those you can't pull him down and hit him in the knees. So
and that's kind of his learning ground before he came to this.
He mastered that first before coming in the UFC, and that's why I said his first UFC fight, looking at him, they're like, but you saw him. He was the one trying to be the intimidator, not the one being intimidated. Yeah. And that was his first fight. So like I said, it's kind of like NBA D-League, and then you come up to the regular one, and everyone's like, oh, he's a rookie, but technically he's been a pro for 4 or 5 years already.
Well, he doesn't get hit much.
That's
true.
And
Muhammad Ali was a pretty guy like that didn't get hit much, and then along came Joe Frazier. So if this guy runs into his own Joe Frazier, we'll see if he can take the hit.
It's kind of what we were saying. It's just it has to do with his age and just in general, every UFC fighter hits a peak, and then at some point, you just get to an age where you can't fight the same, and there's always going to be that person growing up better, faster, always than something that you're doing.
There's always a faster gun in the West.
Exactly. So I think we should just leave it at that. I mean, I say that's one of my favorites. I know my dad, he's a big Chuck Liddell fan. I'm a huge Chuck Liddell fan too, by the way. But we'll see him in some kickboxing and kind of compare, because that kickboxing is going to be from well over 5 years ago. So we'll kind of see what he was like 5 years ago, even compared to this video right here. So.
And I just want to say, when we mentioned Chuck Liddell, Chuck, in case you ever do watch, I understand that it's Mr. Liddell, okay? It's not Chuck. We're not friends. It's Mr.
We're not trying to
Liddell.
get beat up, sir.
No, it's Mr.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. Hope you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful week ahead of you, or weekend, whatever you're doing. Stay safe out there. Stay blessed. Don't forget, subscribe, like the video, guys. Really do appreciate it. And we're back. Thank you so much for being here, guys. But we're also headed out to the next video. Peace.
Happy trails.